I'm at the Nitecore booth. Love them knives. We've got 2023 items, and Albert's also going to just talk us through the Nitecore product line that's popular, available, things being changed, things being updated, new products. So I'll throw it to him.
All right, thank you, Richard. Glad to be back here at SHOT Show 2023. The first thing I wanted to show you guys is one of our best-selling headlamps of all time is the NU25, and recently released, we've got the whole lineup pretty much revamped. So the NU25, this is now the NU25-400, NU25-400 UL for ultralight. You'll see the design changes on the headbands themselves. The lights themselves are the same on each, but you do have a choice of headbands, half headband with adjustable paracord straps, or the full paracord straps to cut down on weight. Now, the new NU25s, these NU25-400s, retain the same lightweight as the old one, so they are coming in at just under 1 ounce. We have some increased brightness to them, USB-C charging, as opposed to the old micro USB charging, and we have dual beam spot and flood with red light capability. So I'll tap one on real quick. So we're at red light now. Oh. If I can figure out how to work it. There we go. And we can gauge that up. Now I can change it from a spot to a flood, spot to a flood, or both on.
Okay.
So those are our NU25s. Now the NU32 has also been discontinued and is now upgraded to the new NU33. Same thing, increased brightness. We have triple output with USB-C recharging. So the NU33 is now capable of 700 lumens of output. Still has the red high CRI lights.
Wow. Okay.
And so those are some of the changes to some of our models that we've had out for years and years. Now, new to the lineup this year is going to be the NU43 model. Now, the NU43 model is self-contained unit, similar to that, but I believe this one, I'm not sure if it's even shipping yet, but I believe this one's capable of 1400 lumens of output. Now moving on, we've got some new power banks that we featured on Nitecore. When we introduced the NB series, one of the lightest, thinnest 10,000 milliamp power banks to ever hit the market. It's still there, but we've added some new ones to the lineup. Here for 2023, we have got the new Carbo 20,000 and the Carbo 10,000, a little bit sleeker, rounded edges, full wrap on the carbon fiber. So compared to the NB, they're very, very similar, but just a little bit more user-friendly in the hand on the new Carbo. And also new to the lineup this year is going to be the Summit 1000. Now the Summit 1000 is designed for high altitude, low temperature applications. We all know that extremely low temperatures can wreak havoc on battery life. And the Summit 1000 actually has an ambient temperature sensor that's going to kick in an internal heater to keep your battery at an optimal temperature for operating in very low climate conditions. So new for 2023, the Summit 1000 power bank.
Yes, this is, I looked at this earlier today and I still haven't figured it out. So
okay,
explain that one to me.
All right. Now this is yet to hit the market, but we expect it to be shipping in the next couple of weeks. This is the Nitecore EDC 27. Now this is going to be a flat wedge style flashlight, the first one for Nitecore ever to produce, and it has push button operation. I'm going to kind of go through some of its features here. So we're going to go ahead and turn it on with the high button here. And as you can see, if you're familiar with some of the Nitecore lights, it has a familiar, the OLED screen that's going to give you the real-time information, the amount of run time left before it needs to be charged, what power level you're at, and so forth. So I can actually adjust this between 15 lumens, 65 lumens, 200 lumens, on up to the 1,000 lumen output. As you can see by the LED screen, I've got about an hour and 25 minutes of runtime on that. Now, additionally, I've got a tactical button on the side. I can burst this small flashlight up to 3,000 lumens of output with a half press. And you can see I'm now in the turbo mode, 3,000 lumens.
Okay.
And if I press and hold it, I've got access to a strobe feature.
Okay.
Now
so it depends on how hard you press that button.
Correct. Half press for turbo, full press for strobe.
Okay.
And then standard adjustments, click on, click off.
Okay, so how do you adjust between lumen levels on this?
It's going to be the what I call the high button. So,
but I mean, do you just push and hold it once you get it on?
It's a tap.
And it'll go to different lumen levels.
Correct.
And so that's what'll actuate on the other button, or that's just these?
No,
okay.
the other button. This is actuating only the lumen change.
Okay.
The other button is only going to actuate the turbo function and the strobe function.
Okay.
And those functions are available whether the light is on or off. So I'll show you what I mean. So we've got the light on right now, and I can go to turbo, I can go to strobe. So I'm going to go ahead and click the light off and say I needed to grab it in an emergency. I can still go to turbo, I can still go to strobe. So this functionality is available to you at any time, whether or not the light is actually, the main power is switched on or off.
Okay, so that's pretty trick.
Yep. So you've got full metal pocket clip, and you've got dual lockout features on this light as well. So I can actually put this into a lockout mode. Hang on. Lockout 1 or 2 to prevent it from accidentally coming on if I've got it in the pocket or storing it.
So when you go 1,000 lumens on this, it says you got an hour and 25 minutes.
Sure.
Is it a step down, or will it go an hour 25 minutes at 1,000 lumens? It will probably at 1,000 lumens. It's going to step down at some point. At some point.
Because the heat will build up into it. This being a small light, pushing 1,000 lumens, which some full-size flashlights are pushing 1,000 lumens, it doesn't have the same kind of heat dissipation capability. As you go to the lower lumens, generally what it's reading is going to be accurate. But yeah, at the higher settings, the 1,000, 3,000 obviously, burst mode, it's going to step down eventually.
That's a cool flashlight, and being flat, be easy in the pocket.
Very easy to carry. It just sits right in the pocket, and you can hardly feel it.
Yeah, that's way cool. And it's got 2 emitters?
Yes, so you got your dual LED emitters. Some of the, if you're familiar with the Nitecore lights, you'll seen this type of design in some of our higher end keychain lights. We've just taken it up, stepped it up a notch, and being able to burst that up to 3,000 lumens. And
I like it.
all right. So one of the newest lights, this light's been out for about 2 or 3 weeks, and this is our new P23i flashlight. Right now it's shown with the optional NTR10 tactical ring, but the P23i flashlight is a great balance of high brightness with long throw capability. So the P23i is capable of 3,000 lumens of output. It's got over 500 yards of throw distance. It's got a great beam profile. It uses our second generation strobe ready tail cap. I'll go ahead and kind of cycle through the outputs. Full 3,000 lumens here. Again, on the strobe ready tail cap, you've got instant access to strobe. Uses a 5,000 milliamp rechargeable 21700 battery, rechargeable via the USB-C port built into the flashlight itself. Like all of Nitecore's tactical flashlights, IPA68 rated. And again, this is our newest flashlight on the market. Been out about 2 to 3 weeks now, and it's got a great balance, like I said, of the high brightness and the long throw capability. That's the P23i.
Yeah, and it's small enough to be an easy carry.
Exactly, exactly. It's got a nice standard shape that most people are already familiar with. Nothing giant. I'm not a big guy, so this flashlight's very comfortable to carry.
What battery?
This is a 21700
Okay.
lithium ion.
Is that internally rechargeable USB-C?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. Flip
And
that back on.
And the finger ring is like a pocket clip
Well, the finger
mechanism, isn't it?
the finger-
that just kicks onto the body like
it just
that.
kicks onto the body, but the finger ring was actually developed to give you actually one-handed control of the light if you were actually operating the flashlight alongside of a handgun. So it allows you to take almost a standard
Or
handgun
you can
grip
open your hand and
Yes.
it won't fall out.
while being able
It'll be
to
your
control the
finger will be
flashlight.
on it, yeah. Okay.
Something new we have available on not only the MH40S model that I'm about to show you. So the MH40S model is one of our longest throwing flashlights ever. Beam distance is close to a mile on this one. It is also equipped internally with a wireless pressure switch. So as I can kind of show you,
Wow.
I can actually control the functions of this flashlight wirelessly with the pressure pad.
That's wild. So it's
So you can
Yeah.
see the adjustment that I'm
Yeah,
making
yeah.
there.
That's interesting. I guess in case you had it set up in a location and you wanted to, what's the range of the remote?
You could use it remotely. I have to double check. I believe, I don't want to give you the wrong one. I want to say it's either, it could be 20 feet, it could be 50 feet, but I'd have to actually look it up. I should have done my homework, but it's somewhere in that range. So yes, you could actually set the flashlight up remotely. At the same time, the capability does allow, if you were to weapon mount it, you can use the pressure switch
so a
without having
wireless
cords
pressure
running all
switch.
over your gun
Okay,
too.
and you don't have to,
So
okay.
this technology is also available in a separate purchase. It's called the RSW2i wireless tail cap and pressure switch that's available for all of Nitecore's I-Series lights. So any of the I-Series lights, if you wanted to purchase the wireless pressure switch, you would be able to take off the standard tail cap on, say, your P10i and adapt that to the wireless pressure switch with the remote pad.
Oh, so you're going to make any model?
Well, right now the wireless pressure switch is available for the I-Series models.
Okay.
I-Series, so P10i, P20i's, those kind of lights.
So you'll be selling a separate?
Yeah, it's a separate purchase, but it's basically the wireless tail cap and the pressure switch that will be able to adapt your I-Series light to be able to use wireless, especially could come in nice and handy, give you a good setup if you're going to weapon mount the light as well.
Does that remote have a battery in it?
It does. It's going to be underneath here. It's going to be a coin-style battery.
Yeah, okay.
So that's one of the newer features that we have on some of the lights that are going to be available for 2023.
That's amazing. Tell me about that huge hog there.
So this is the TM39. So the TM lights, if you know our lights, they stand for Tiny Monster.
Tiny Monster,
So the Tiny Monster lineup in Nitecore is our most powerful or our most long throwing lights ever made. So the TM39 is the latest long thrower. This is a long range spotlight, up to 5,200 lumens. I'll get it there in a second. There we go. Right around 1 mile of throw distance. Battery life with the NPB68 HD battery pack is going to be about 3 hours. So it's actually basically operates as a portable long-range searchlight.
Great. Okay. It's just a cool design.
Absolutely.
And it's ridiculous, and that's why a lot of people like it.
Yeah, this is the first one everybody picks up
But of course.
when they come here, and then there's actually, it's surprising when I tell them we actually have lights that will throw further than this one, and we have lights that will actually produce more light than this one. I'll show you one in. This is actually a different technology. So this is actually an LEP. All the lights that you see in your standard flashlights are LEDs. Now LEP stands for light emitting plasma. So basically this is a actual what's considered a defocused laser. And it's very hard to show this on video, but
Yeah, it is.
the intensity that this produces doesn't dissipate the same way that an LED light will. This beam is rated at 1,650 meters, so this shines over a mile, and the beam brightness at distance, you can't really capture unless it's at night and on camera. You couldn't do it from just here. But if you are up to date with LEP technology, you'll kind of understand what I'm saying with it. So this is what the longest throwing light from Nitecore, the P35i. I'm going to move on to the brightest light that we have. This is going to be the Nitecore TM20K. This is a tiny monster 20K, and we'll go ahead and pop that on. I've got various output levels that I can adjust to, and if I need to burst, I can burst this out to 20,000 lumens of output.
Ooh. Wow.
So that's the
crazy.
TM20K from Nitecore. That's
It's
the brightest.
small. It's small for as bright as
Yeah,
it is.
you'll see a lot of these high lumen lights, and there are lights out there that can push, well above 20,000 lumens. But the difference is they weigh 10 pounds, and the head diameters are this big. They have these massive heat sinks. They have cooling fans and things like that to be able to do it.
Yeah.
This flashlight actually has usable modes. It's carryable with you, and so, it's got some advantages, even though it may not be the brightest light on the market.
Is it like, can you access the battery inside, or
This is no. This is
okay, so it'd be USB-C rechargeable.
USB-C rechargeable with the internal battery. Yes.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. I just thought that was interesting. Yeah. Wow, that's and it's not that big.
No,
But
that's
it
the great
is
part.
Right.
That's the great part. You can actually carry that one with you.
You could actually just, you could just pick this up and carry it like any other.
Sure.
But it's got a bunch of emitters.
Yep.
Woo. That's a bunch.